Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me.
This guy Webb is a freaking rock star after this weekend.
Yeah, like a huge rock star. Like this is one of those stories that he's going to tell the rest of his life. So, rewind 30 days, Nick, and tell us where you're at as far as your team and a car.
Really, I guess you could say about 30 days ago is probably when I sold my my Freedom car, and I've been kind of up in the air what I was going to do for next year, and we worked on a little bit of stuff, and I decided I just needed to go out on a limb and start my own chassis company, and so we got to talk to a few different people. I ain't got the resources and all the equipment to do it out of our shop, so we got hooked up with the Allison brothers. So it's actually Bobby Allison's from NASCAR, their nephews, and Donnie Allison's sons. So we got hooked up with them. We decided we'd do our own deal, and we got rolling probably about 30 days ago, but we actually got tubing in the shop probably, I guess, 16 or 17 days ago. Got tubing in the shop, got a front clip, and started from scratch, and kind of, had to build jigs and fixtures and all kinds of stuff as we went, and it kind of took us a little bit to build the car, but, there's a lot of late nights in there, and we just barely got it done to go testing at our family-owned go-kart track, and then took her straight to Eldora. So, I mean, it was a lot of work, but we got her done, and, kind of all it paid off now.
Okay, let's play ball coach for a sec. I'm the ball coach, and I got a chalkboard in the locker room at Hoffman at the Team Hoffman, and so I write on all the goals for this new car, and the first one is win at Eldora in 30 days.
We're gonna start with nothing. We're gonna build a car. Exactly. We're gonna take it to Eldora, and we're gonna win the UMP Nationals. Somebody say you're full of crap.
Yeah. At what point did somebody look at you guys and say, "Are you high?" Because that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I still can't believe it happened, But our real goals, we just we wanted to bring a really nice piece that people could look at, and really quality race car, and I've never made the show at Eldora, so just to go there and I wanted to make the show, I wanted to run decent. That was my whole goal. And then to get there, and I went out there and qualified on the pole, and just to be like, that was awesome. Just to stand on the stage with Larry Shaw and receive a check to, as a fast qualifier at Eldora. That was awesome just to begin with, and then go out there and heat race and have to start fourth after an invert, and I got door slammed on the first corner, and I thought my race was over, just dropping back to fifth on the first lap, and then hustled her back to second, passed for a lead on the last lap to win the heat race, and after that I was just like, well, I don't really care where I finish in the feature. I've already done enough, and started on the pole beside Mike Harrison in the feature, and he kind of took off. I mean, he obviously had the car to beat, but he jumped the cushion a few times, and it was kind of rough up there, and ended up just wear and tear on his stuff, and he ended up breaking, but the second one this year kind of just fell into my hands.
Well, you have to be. I mean, you have to be there.
You have to at least be close for it to fall into your hands.
Yeah. I mean, that's for sure. I mean, we were definitely the second fastest car in the feature. I mean, Mike was just in a class of his own, but to do what we did was just unreal. It still hasn't sank in, and
like Trevor Bain winning the Daytona 500, Webb.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of how it feels right now, but it's huge for us. Everybody that's involved in my whole racing program, and the Allison brothers, they were all really stoked about the deal, and just to hear that I had won, and we all joked about it. You just got to go up there and kick their ass now, and you'll sell a bunch of race cars. So, we all kind of joked about it, and, now that it actually happened. So now we're focused on just selling some race cars.
So you mentioned
So how much can Team BGR get one of those modifieds? What are we looking at? I know you got one. I know you have a slightly used one that's got some Eldora laps on it. That puts some wear and tear on that thing. So we're gonna have to get the first one cheap.
Yeah, I originally said, you know, as soon as I race his first car, it'd be for sale, and every car that I had would be for sale. But God, you know, now doing what I did with it, I hate to sell, you know, this first one. I want to take it straight to Speed Weeks, and so we're working on a second and a third one right now, and working on one for my buddy in Illinois, the UMP National Street Stock Champion, Mike McKinney. So he'll be in one next year, and so we got a bunch of plans. We hope to build 5 or 10 of them in the next, you know, few months and get them all over the country.
Yeah, you mentioned a guy named Shaw was on stage with it. Did he have any questions for you?
No, he didn't. It was actually the first time I've ever met him, and you know, just kind of an honor to be on stage with him and you know, receive a check from him and everything. But you know, he's a really nice guy, and you know, I applaud everything he's done in his past, you know, years of building modifieds and stuff. Obviously, he's built some of the best race cars, you know, in modified racing. So, you know, I look up to him on this chassis deal, and you know, I want to be something like he is today. So, hopefully, in 20 years, people will look up to me that way.
Well, without getting into too many of the elite race car secrets, what can you tell us about your car that makes it different from other brands of open wheel modifieds?
So I ain't afraid to tell, you know, anybody, you know, my whole deal with my chassis thing. You know, being where I'm at in the Charlotte area, I got resources, you know, for miles of just all the cup guys, all the asphalt guys, you know, all the stuff that they do. And so that's one thing that we really incorporated into our cars. There's a lot of stuff around the asphalt racing that nobody's really messed with the dirt racing. If you walk up to my car, the first thing you'll notice if you look at the front suspension on my car is everything on the upper A-frames and the towers and everything for the uppers is straight off of a cup car. I went straight to Roush. I bought their upper A-frames, you know, their towers, their slugs, and all that type of stuff that comes straight off their cup cars is incorporated into all my elite chassis modifieds. And then the Allisons, you know, being from NASCAR, they're very smart with the front-end geometry stuff. And also one thing that they bring to the table is, you know, they built cars for Davey Allison that were taking hits at Daytona and Talladega. And, you know, so the safety aspect in our cars is like top-notch. You know, they got gussets and all the roll bars. They got a 2x3 rail that runs all the way down the left side of it. Just everything's really well built, and you know, I wouldn't be afraid to take my modified and take a shot at Daytona with it. You know, it's built really safe. We got a lot of adjustment built into the car. You can change the length of the pull bar within 10 inches, either way, long or short. It's kind of on a sliding bracket deal. It's really nice. My 4-link brackets are all slotted instead of holes, so changing a bar is a lot easier. It's not that it has so much adjustment that you get out of tune. It's got the same amount of adjustment as having a hole. It's just much easier to change. Just stuff like that. I mean, I think the front-end geometry is the most overlooked thing in the dirt racing, and it's getting really big in the modified, so I think that's really what helped me out the most this weekend.
Yeah, for years and years, I mean, a lot of people that build cars can look at the front ends, and you can tell that a lot of people neglect that left side.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we really want to do with our cars is try and keep that left front down on the racetrack. And you know, the Allisons have been giving me crap. They don't go to much dirt races, so it's kind of nice to get an outside perspective on everything. And you know, the one thing that he really gives me crap about is, you know, we got to keep that left front on the racetrack and keep it turning and everything. And
so it's one of his key things is that you've got 4 tires. You need to use all 4 of them.
Yeah. You know, that's his big deal. You know, you got to use all 4 tires, and I ain't afraid to use 8 sometimes. So
I've heard the stories over and over, Webb. Now, what are you guys focusing more? As far as like chassis design, are you working on making the car as rigid as possible, or are you looking at break points within where you're when you're building your components?
Yeah, I mean, we're building everything out of DOM tubing. No chromoly, no mild steel, none of that welded tube or anything. So everything's all DOM. You know, everything's pretty solid. I mean, it's still got your normal flex points as every other race car, but you know, I felt like if something was going to break, it was going to break this weekend. The way the track conditions were at Eldora and the way Eldora is just in general, and we didn't have any problems there. So obviously the car drove really good. I mean, you can watch my in-car videos how easy this thing drove. Just right up against the cushion, and even in qualifying and everything. So that's the big thing I think that we're going to have advantage over everybody is the front end stuff. That's my big deal is trying to drive the car as straight as possible. I don't like the thing being all hung out and everything. And I think that's one thing that, we're going to really work towards. It's one thing that, I think we already got an advantage on and really showed this weekend.
So you plan on making any trips? You've already went to Eldora. What about the Spring 50 at Florence or the Fall 50? That's coming up, I think, next weekend.
Yeah, I've looked at a few of the races at Florence and stuff, and we'd like to come up there. I think right now we're working on building this new one for myself, and then building another one. Start getting a few here out on the map and everything, but we're gonna take this one from Eldora, and I ain't even gonna knock the dirt off of it, and I'm taking it to the Grit Show down here in Charlotte, the trade show, to show it off, put the trophy on top of the roof and everything, and then I gotta build another one for the trade show at Indy. So we're going to do that, and then we got a race down here at County Line, 5,200 to win deal, and hopefully just trying to finish the season out with that.
Well, we certainly appreciate you taking your time this evening to come talk about your big win at Eldora and the exciting elite race car is born with a win. Before we let you get out of here, tell us how people can get a hold of you to ask questions about the elite race car, and also thank some of your sponsors that helped park you in Victory Lane the other night.
Yeah, you can check me out on Facebook. I'm Nick Hoffman or Nick Hoffman Motorsports, and then Elite Chassis also has a Facebook page. I got to thank everybody that's, got me to where I am today. Allison Brothers Race Cars, my mom, my dad, Bassett Wheel, R2C, Hoosier Racing Tire, Dominator Racing Products, Creech's DJ Service, War Shocks, Bilstein Shock Absorbers, LaJoy Seats, Hooker Harness. It goes on and on. Oakley. I can't even think of them all. FK Rod Ends, RCI. Everybody, it's helped us out. I got so many product sponsors, and but I appreciate you guys having me on here.
All right, Nick, we're going to keep up with the new race car. Try to keep tabs on you. Have you back on when you guys get another big win for the race car.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Nick Hoffman, driver and also now car builder, Elite Race Cars. You don't build a car in 30 days and go win in Eldora.
Why not? Nick Hoffman did.
Well, I'm just saying. I don't care if it's a street stock or I guess if you were cheating your car, but I'm not saying he is. I'm saying.
Hold on, dude. You're just.
No. Wait. That's not what I meant.
What you meant to say is that doesn't happen every day, Webb.
That's exactly what I meant to say.